what happened this weekend. You know what else happened this weekend? The boy, Shane Gillis. The boy, Shane Gillis, did SNL. Now, I was at Ernest's house before this whole thing started, and I thought it came on at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Him and his wife and their kid, they want to go to dinner. So I'm like kind of low-key being rude, rushing everybody through dinner because I truly want to see this monologue because I think to myself, Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald, if there are those of you who don't know, he was on the cast of SNL. He did the Weekend Report and then was fired. And he has this incredible monologue. I believe it was October 23rd, 1999. The reason why I know that, I looked it up last night. His monologue is essentially shitting on SNL the entire time he's on SNL because he was fired for not being funny. But a year and a half later, he's asked to host the show. So is it because he's not funny or because the show actually sucks? And he finishes with the patented line that's supposed to be, hey, we have a great show for you tonight. But he says, hey, we have a bad show for you tonight, so stick around. And he goes at the entire cast and everything. I was on the phone with Ernest after the whole thing yesterday, and he had a great point. He's like, he probably studied that monologue because what an incredible situation it is for Shane Gillis to truly have the ascent he has had. And I know people come at us all the time about, hey, get off. Yeah, you're glazing hard on the boy. Hey, get off. Shane's nuts. Da, 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 da. Like, listen, if you're able to have a homie that crushes life, you should be able to give flowers to the homie. Now, Shane is an absolute, we're past 5 minutes. He's an absolute fucking stud. Everything, the guy that you see on the stage doing his thing with the shrunched shoulders and all that, that's him 100%. He's the funniest guy in the room at all times. He's one of the wittiest people I've ever met. And he came on that stage, and what he didn't do is change himself. And I think that is the coolest fucking thing. Did you guys see the monologue, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't change himself. Dude laid down 3 gays, 1 retard, and said cracker on live TV. Like, and then congratulated himself during his monologue. He's like, yeah, I said cracker. Like, that is, and that's the thing too, is this is another point that Ernest brought up. And I keep bringing him up because these aren't my original thoughts. These are just things that I also agree with. Like, SNL itself, the show it is now, it's been on for 49 seasons, is an iconic show. Like, everybody loves SNL or the idea, the concept of SNL. If you're a writer or comedian, I'm sure at one point your goal was to get on SNL, but the show is bad now. It's not as good as it used to be. It's got to be incredibly tiring for writers every single week. Come up with new material. We're gonna pack an hour of comedy with a small break for commercials and our singing guests, but we have to put 5 to 6 skits alive that are gonna make people laugh. A show that leans super left, and Lorne Michaels, who's been a part of this thing for the entire time, he can't go to Shane Gillis and he can't ask, hey, Shane, I need you to be yourself. I need you to use your type of bravado the entire time. He just has to get Shane and bring him in and hope he doesn't change anything about himself, which Shane absolutely delivered. I'm sure if you look up the numbers of the views, I bet you that was one of the highest viewed SNL shows of all time. And what does that tell us? It tells us that comedy is a place that is sacred to be able to say whatever the fuck you want. It should be the only place in the world, not the only place in the world. I'm going to take that back real quick, but it should be one of the places that regardless of what you say, how you deliver it is the only thing that matters. This man in this world we live in, where, we're not going to get into all that stuff, but where the world we're living in now says the word gay 3 times. You remember your mom's gay little boy, huh? Your gay best friend, all that. And then talks about his cousin who has Down syndrome and says the word retard and then hits us with a cracker after that. And then makes a black joke in between. That is the reason why Shane Gillis is going to be on the Mount Rushmore someday of comedy. He refuses to change who he is. If you look in the back too, this is the best part. And I hope you zoom in on this, Mitch, during the show. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a girl with red hair in the back. And if you watch the entire 8-minute monologue, she does not change her facial expression. She's livid the entire time. She's mad that this white man is on the stage preaching. Now you could tell, and this is my favorite part about the entire monologue. You could tell Shane was nervous. It was you could tell he was breathing heavy. I don't know if he had to walk up some stairs before walking down those 3 stairs, but he was breathing heavy as if he went through some stairs, and he was feeling it out because he's now doing something in the public eye that he knows he has viewers that do not watch his shit, and he's got to essentially make you laugh while still being himself. So let's give a round of applause for Shane Gillis, dude. Like, to me, that was one of the coolest things you could ever do. One of the coolest things ever is host SNL. But we all think back to like the Sandler days and the Belushi days and the Farley days and all those times, like when we were growing up, that type of SNL. Now the only guy I know from SNL is the white dude and the black dude who do Weekend Report and Keenan Allen. Those guys to me, and then all the other guys are.
Allen.
Is that his name? Wait, no, it's Keenan Kel. What?
Keenan Allen is an NFL football player.
Oh, so Keenan. What's the other dude's name? What's his name? The guy I'm thinking of.
Keenan, I can't think of his last name.
Keenan Thompson, which was from Keenan and Kel. You guys remember that?
Of course.
Hell of a show.
Good Burger.
Hey, welcome to the Good Burger. Can I take your order? That he's very funny to me, but I don't know the rest of the cast. And I was a kid too that would sit down Saturday nights, excited to watch SNL, excited to watch the skits. That was something I always loved. The Mad TVs and the Comedy Centrals. That was on at my house. So it was very cool to see one of your friends go and fucking kill it like that, dude. Gotta love it. Do you boys have anything to say about Shane and SNL? Do you guys watch it? Yeah, I already asked you that question. What'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I thought his monologue was really good. I think the skits are just, they were trying too hard to force the Trump stuff. It's always political or religious, and it's like, can we not just have fun anymore?
Hey, can the boys just have a little fun out here?
A little fun. I still think there was funny parts of the skits, but the monologue, obviously, there's some shock value in it. And I think, obviously, Shane did exactly what people wanted him to do. So, yeah, congrats to him for getting on there. I'm sure it was so nerve-wracking just to be on that stage, and so who knows, man? But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the monologue. It was classic Shane.
Classic Shane.
Just going at his family the whole time.
Going at his family and doing that. It nicked me. I thought the Trump one was good.
Sneakers?
I thought the sneaker thing was hilarious because obviously Shane does a great Trump impersonation. But I think they did a good job of doing the Trump thing. And then at the end of it, making fun of Biden as well.
Yeah.
Like that to me is where I think we fall off a little bit when it comes to like SNL in general, right? It's really hard coming at the right and then not so much jokes at the left, but I enjoy when people make fun of people. I like it. I don't like it so much when it's on me, but you eat it and you fucking keep moving forward. Look for your opportunity to dummy somebody real quick. But yeah, dude, I was stoked for that. That absolutely fired me up. I tell you boys, my kid, I taught my kid the Batmobile and the rubber band. Have you guys seen that? You guys used to do that when you were a kid? Take the rubber band, 3 fingers, 2 fingers.
Oh.
You never did that? I feel like that'd be a staple, dude. That's the first step. The next step is tech decks. And then your pants are halfway down your ass with a studded belt.
Well, what is I'm confused on what the rubber band thing is.
So if you take a rubber band, you put like your rubber band over the 3 fingers. And then you take your 2 fingers, go through one side of the rubber band and over. And then bend it.
Oh, you get like a Batman symbol.
It turns into a Batman,
Gotcha.
a Batmobile type of thing.
I thought you were talking about like the pulling, just like getting your boys with rubber bands when you just like smack.
Oh no, that shit! I would not do that to my 6-year-old.
Win had to learn.
Yeah, Wynn's gotta learn quick, dude. We do have a saying in our house: "Act like a bitch, get treated like a bitch." That is a saying in the Lewan household. Our kids haven't heard that yet, but my wife and I, we definitely explain that to each other.